Evening, everybody. DJ Styles here at Custom Corpses. Okay, I had to make some changes to the eye cuts. um, and this is pretty much the angle. Wait a minute. That's the angle of the. All right. Where I made the cut, I cut back a little bit because I was able to get better pictures of the actual screen used Flashback Mask from Halloween Kills. That's what that is right there on my screen. I have to get better. I mean, I can get better pictures. I just have to be able to get a DVD player that'll play on my computer that will do 4K. Then I'll be really, I can get a very, very, very accurate look at this mask. And anyway, this is where I'm at with this. I cut the eye cuts, and the angle is right. Now, they were a little bit too, what's the word? They were a little bit too forward on this cut right here. You know, right at the corner, it was in further. It was out towards towards the nose further, and it just didn't look right. And then when I saw that, I totally went, oh, okay. The cuts are a little bit different. So it widened the eyes by cutting it back like that. It gave it a little bit more of a wider look. But I'm going to turn this thing forward so you can see what it looks like. Bear with me here. Sorry for the jerky camera. I'm holding it with my hands. And I'm just going to turn this thing forward. So you can see the change. Hold on, let me get seated again. The eye holes aren't any bigger or any wider. They're a little bit more elongated this way, but they're the same height and everything right here. They're just a little bit. I had to do it on both sides to cut it back to make it look even. But now it'll actually give you that Halloween 2 original 1981 look. You'll have best of both worlds with that. So it did change the way the eye cuts just a little bit. I took literally a 1/16 of an inch off, if that. It wasn't really that much. It was just a little bit out of the angle wasn't quite right. So it just widened them, made them look a little bit wider, but more accurate. I think it's more accurate looking now. It really is. Yeah, that's where we're at with this, and pretty much smoothed out everything. Oh yeah. Anyway, this is where I'm at. I still got to put the little bubble effect that's right in the corner of the mouth. I'm going to put a little tiny speck of clay in there to do the bubble in the corner. Just don't want to forget doing that. But I'm pretty close. I'm pretty close to finished with this. Let me zoom in on the cracks of the eyes. So you can see. It's pretty much it's accurate. It looks pretty good. The eyebrows have been changed, thinned out, made thinner, not as thick. In other words, I can't do that with my hand being so. I made them thinner. They were pretty wide, and I made them a little bit more flush to the face, so they're not protruding out as far. So anyway, that's where I'm at with this. Leave your comments. Let me know what you guys think with this, I think, more accurate look to the eye cuts. And yeah, let me know. Don't forget to hit the subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I widen the eyes. Somebody's on with me now, so jumped off. I widen the eyes, and I pretty much. I'm really getting close to finished on this bad boy. But yeah, this looks a lot like the Flashback. Really does. Looks a lot like the Flashback. So anyway, definitely going to get as close as possible. That's the game. It's a game plan. Well, I wish I could stabilize the picture a little bit better. But anyway, this is the Custom Corpses Night Creeper 1978. And I should have this molded in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully the weather breaks and we start getting some warm days. I need at least 60, 65 degree weather to really do the molding outside with the cold cold weather. Cold water you're dealing with, you're working with cold water and stuff. So anyway, like I said, hit the subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Pass the content around. Share my content, and please hit the like button. Thank you so much, and I'm going to say have a great weekend. This is just an update. I did a very small adjustment with the eye cuts, a 1/16 of an inch wider. I had to cut it back on the corners because the pitch of the eye cut, as you can see on the screen, what I did was I had to, my cuts were coming in like maybe a 1/16 inch further towards the nose on the corners at the top, on the top part. So I cut about a 1/16 back on my cut, and now it looks just like that. It looks just like this now. So, and that's actually the Flashback Mask from the screen used Flashback Mask in Halloween Kills. So I'm actually happy with the eye cuts now. You know, they just, I don't know, when you turned it on an angle, and at the beginning of this video, if you watch it, I have it turned on the exact angle as this, so you can see that my cut is pretty close, if not down. But that's what I did because it was driving me crazy. I couldn't figure out exactly why it didn't quite look right from the side view. And when I finally got a good shot from the DVD, when they did, they talked about the '78 Flashback Mask, and there's a lot of good still shots from that little clip that they put in there in the extras. So I was able to get some good pictures of the Flashback Mask, and I've got the eye cuts at the right pitch at the top here. That's what I changed. So with that being said, yes, it looks a little bit wider, but now you get that Halloween 2 1981 look, as well as the '78 and the Flashback. It's a combination of that. It's also a combination. It's the poster art 1984 and '85 from, or not, yeah, what was the 2000, or no, I'm saying '84, '85, sorry. It's the poster art from Halloween 4 and Halloween 5. It gives you that look. It gives you the original '78. It gives you the '81. So this is going to be the Night Creeper '78, and I should have it in production As soon as the weather breaks, I'm going to mold this. I'm almost done. I'm smoothing out everything right now. I'm just smoothing, and once I got a good still shot of this of the flashback mask, I readjusted just a little bit on the eye cuts. But that's what I'm doing, and you guys have a wonderful weekend. I just wanted to update you guys on what I'm doing with the sculpture. Right now, it's just a lot of smoothing out, smoothing out, smoothing out, and trying to get the cut just right. And then once I'm done the smoothing process, then I'll add the texture, so the paint grabs to the mask. You can't have it super smooth, or else your paint will not grab to your sculpture, not your sculpture, but your mask. You know, the sculpture will grab every little detail. So there's a couple details left on the corners of the eyes that I want to do from the flashback mask. I think I'm going to mimic them just for fun. So it gives you that real authentic look. I still got some wrinkling to do right across the bridge of the scowl. A couple of just real fine little tiny lines of wrinkles. A couple are on there. So I got that to do. I got, but that wrinkle that gets put in last. It's the very last thing to do after I smooth out, and then I'll do the wrinkle. Then I'll texture. So that's where I'm at. Oh yeah, there's the flashback mask. That's the angle that I'm looking at. I actually turned this sculpture at the beginning of the video. I have it turned in such a way where it looks it's on the exact same angle as this was facing you. Even you see a little bit of the eye cut over on the other side. I had this turned just in that same direction to make sure I was cutting the eye cut back at the right angle. Antonio, what do you think? You know, now that I've got I've got the flashback mask. I pretty much, and if you can do some editing, just download my videos, and edit them for me, and then we'll see what we can do. Because I can't stand this. I don't have time. I don't have time. I'm a disc jockey. I'm working with music all the time. I'm doing this at the same time. There's a lot of work that you don't see that I do, and I can't spend. I really don't have much time left for anything else but to you know, actually do the sculpting and do my work, my regular job. Yes. Antonio, have you seen Nick Malpagano's 13 mask? He did a perfect rendition of that Halloween 4 or 5 sculptor art. I want to keep it simple, Antonio. I want to keep it simple. If you can do like areas like where I'm sculpting for a long period of time, especially those long videos, where I'm not really saying too much, I'm kind of pretty much just sculpting. And the problem is I can sculpt for 3 hours and you'll see very little change. So what I'd like to do is take that 4-hour video of me sculpting, and cool, you got the poster hung up on your wall. Okay, now let me get back to what I was saying, because I'm thinking to myself, if I can if I could take that 4-hour video or 3-hour video when I was talking about, I can't remember. It was one of the videos where it was like 2 hours. I think it was 2 hours, and put it on high speed so it lasts about 20 minutes to 30 minutes. This way you can see me sculpting, and you can still, and it's not too fast, but yet not too slow. I don't want the videos lasting more than 20 minutes. That's what I'm trying to do. Keep my videos to a minimum of 20 minutes. Everything that I have done, if I repeat things, take it out, that kind of thing. And I'll tell you what I'll do, Antonio. If I like what you're doing, and you edit these videos, and then send them to me, I'll give you a free mask, my friend. I'll hook you up as soon as this is in production. What do you think? Yeah, anybody that's willing to do that, I will hook up. That's for sure. Do these videos. So once this is, hell yeah, it's worth a deal, ain't it? I think it would be. You'll have a nice mask. Trust me, it's gonna be a special mask. This is not a rendition of any. I want to say my mask is my own vision in mind of what a perfect Michael Myers mask looks like. It's a combination of masks that I think that I've seen over the years. That it's got a little bit of the Shatner lips. It's got the poster art, 4 and 5 eyes and eyebrow positioning. It's got the bump outs from the flashback. All right. It's got the bump out from the flashback. It will have a little uh, air bubble right in the corner there. So it's going to have all these little elements, and has the original 78 look and the 81, because the eye cuts are now wider a little bit. So, and they're not too high, and they're a little bit elongated, just a little bit more, like they did in the stretch mask when Nick Castle had the stretch this way, and then Dick Warlock in the 1981, his head was wide and it stretched out the eye cuts. So, but it's not quite exactly like that. That's going to be basically a paint scheme. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 78. I'm going to have it. I'm going to have three different versions from the 78 sculpture. You're going to be able to get the 78 original look. You'll get the 81, and I'm going to do the flashback paint job also to this. So with 3 different paint jobs, you'll get 3 different masks from the 78 sculpture. And then my plan is to take this 78 sculpture, once I demold it, fix the little problems that you get when you demold. And then what I'm going to do is sculpt the 2018 version into this sculpture. So you're getting this sculpture with a 2018 aged, cracked, all that. That's what I'm going to do to this. And then from there, I'm going to do the kills. Once I have that molded and mastered, I will do the kills onto this sculpture. And by then, I'm hoping that Halloween ends. Yes. Yeah, there's more flesh tone. There's more flesh. Well, the picture was taken from my camera, because I actually had to take the picture on my television because I don't have a 4K player for my computer here. I need to get one. I'm going to get one of those 4K players for my computer, and this way I can put the movie right in here and get still shots. So yeah, it's driving me crazy because there's so much. You're not getting a really good image there. So I got as good as I can get from taking a picture from. I took a picture of my screen on my TV from a still shot. So I paused it and then took the picture, and now I'll be able to actually do that on the computer. I think I'm going to order that next week. A a 4K player, DVD, burner player, whatever. I'm gonna do that. I have one now that's just a Blu-ray player, but it's got to be portable. Anyway, getting back to this, like I said, there's going to be this. I'll be able to make the 78, 81, and the flashback from the sculpture. 3 masks from the sculpture, just changing the paint jobs. Then the 2018 will be next, and I'll call that the Night Creeper 40. And once that's demolded, I'll do Night Creeper Kills from the sculpture. And then from there, I think I'm going to see how the ends turns out. Let's see what happens to that mask. Apparently it's 4 years later. So is there a lot of dramatic change to the mask? I don't know. Maybe nothing. Nothing's changed. I'm sure they're going to do some resculpting on that. That would be kind of a cool thing. But I have to see what that mask looks like before I can actually do anything with it. Now, if I don't like the mask, I won't make the mask. That's just the way I am. I'm just, it's all about, can I put my passion into something I don't like? I doubt it. I'll stay with what I do like. So anyway, I want to say you guys have a great weekend, and hit the like, share my content, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And love yous all. Thank you for following me along on this journey of discovery on how to. And I will keep you informed with what I'm doing and how I'm doing. I'm actually going to enroll in a school in the fine arts, and because I'm at the point now where I'm kind of stale. I'm using the same techniques, so I want to. Okay, my email is DJ Styles with 3 Y's. It's DJ as D as in dog, J as in jump, Styles STYYYLES at gmail.com. Let me repeat. DJSTYYYLES at gmail.com. Yeah, just take one of those long videos and do some high speed to it. I can't. I'll probably have to talk over the edited video. Just eliminate the sound too. Don't have any sound on there, so you don't hear me talking with the high speed going. But Antonio, yeah, as soon as this is in production, if you hook me up with editing my videos, I will definitely give you a mask. No problem. I will hook you up, my friend. You're gonna have to send me your personal contact information too. When you do, this way I can, I'll give you a call. I'll let you know when this is going to be in production, and then I'll get your address. Cool. I'll get your address and everything, and I'll send this thing out to you. You are in the States, right? Please tell me you're in the United States, because shipping is brutal going outside of the country, and sometimes takes months for things to get to you. I could probably send this to you in midsummer, and you still wouldn't get it in time for Halloween if you're outside the country. Okay, cool. You're in the U.S. That's cool. So, but shipping has been a brutal thing. It's a shame, But Antonio, what do you think of the eyes? What do you think of the general look now that you're looking at it dead on? And I have widened the eyes a little bit. You look at my other videos, my last video, you'll see the change. If you look at that video compared to what you're seeing now. Do you like it or do you like the other one better? The problem is it looked great dead on. When you're looking at it straight, it looked perfect dead on. But as soon as you turned it sideways, it just didn't look quite right. The eye cuts didn't go back further enough on the top. And what I mean by that is if you look at, okay, let's do this. All right, now I'm going to try and point to this. All right, you see the pitch of the eye cut? It follows the eyebrow. All right, just that tail off is exactly the same pitch as that tail off. Do I have a sideways shot? Yeah, I'll turn it sideways real for you. Let me shrink this down real quick. So we're not, and let me turn this thing sideways for you. I'm going to give you the same angle as that's on the screen on TV. Hold on. Let me turn the light down. It might be a little bit too... Okay, so that's about what the TV's showing you, about like that. Well, it's not... Wow, that light's terrible. All right, so that's about right there, right there. That's about what the angle of the... See that? Now look at the eyebrow. That's important to look at the eyebrow matching the same direction as the eye cut. Mine's just a little bit higher, but this is not supposed to look exactly like this. This is a rendition of like the Halloween 4-5 poster art with the eyebrows. I really like the way the 4 and 5 poster art looks in Halloween 4 and 5. And I've always, what if I'm going to replicate it, it's going to be that version with the eyebrows. So that's what I have on my sculpture here is the Halloween 4-5 poster art eyebrows. And the rest is a 78 look. I just did the ears last night, or the last video. I was kind of, I haven't really shown a lot of detail with the sculpting because it's just so much time on the video. So that's what the eye cut looks like compared to the screen. So it's pretty close. Pretty close. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm still smoothing out. I got to smooth out, constantly smooth out. That's what I'm working on. Now I've noticed my jaw line's a little bit protruding out a little bit. It might be a little too far. I may have to cut that back some more. I just don't know if it's worth it. We're talking about maybe a 1/16 of an inch to cut the whole thing back. It looks pretty good. It actually matches this protrusion on this mask. So this chin comes all the way out. Yeah, it is. It's a combination of masks. It's not any one mask. I'm not trying to replicate the exact mask of the flashback. I'm not trying to replicate that mask right here. It has the jawline and chin line of this sculpture because I kind of used this to mirror this jawline. But the lips are not this. The lips are the Captain Kirk mask, the actual Captain Kirk. The cheek lines and the eye cut. I want to say the eye cuts are close to this. I'm sorry, I couldn't read that whole thing. Looks like it's leaning heavier towards what? It's well that the other message that you sent was leaning towards, yeah, overbite. Now you got to remember when you're putting this thing on your head, it will kind of it'll be more leaning towards the it's hard to explain. Like if I put something underneath of the back end of this, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, maybe the lower jaw line. I'm going to bring that back a little bit further. I think I'm going to. Why not? I'm still waiting on the warm weather anyway. I might as well try and fix this because it's just a little bit too protruding. I think the jawline has to come back just a little bit more. Yeah, when you're looking at it from a side view, it just something's not quite right, and I just don't. I'm not when I start looking at it like this, it just doesn't look right there. Now this area here looks right. Not really. All right, let me show you something. Okay, I didn't read that. I missed your. Let me show you something. A side view from this mask. All right, you see how it's kind of replicating that look. Look at this mask. See how the jawline and what you have to look at is where the top of the scowl is, right? Look at the top of the scowl. Look where the jawline, look where the chin is. It comes out past almost dead even with the nose, which comes almost all the way out. And it's exactly the same thing here. That's what I was using for replication on this. I was using this jawline for this sculpture. It's like I said, it's a combination of masks. It's not any one mask. Um, so, yeah, if you look at the underneath the nose, from under the nose down to the chin, you'll see that the pitch of the lips are almost identical. Everything's like right on the money. I did attempt cutting the jawline back as this chin sticks out just a little bit further than this one. This one comes back a little bit further in this area. But like I said, this is a combination of different masks. This is not any one ghastly product. The jaw. Damn it. I got to figure out a way to make those comments stay up on my screen. You know what? I'm done looking at this, and now I can I'll put YouTube on here real quick. Hold on. Give me a sec here, guys. Let me have, let's put YouTube up here. All right, I love you. I'll see you in the morning. Your sketties are on the counter. Give me a sec, guys. I'm putting on. I'm going to go to my live feed. There we go. Now I can read the text. Oh my God, there's all kinds of text here. Wow. Okay. Looks like. Let me turn this thing this way now. I'll turn this guy. Move my chair. I can read the text. Come on. Uh-oh, what happened? Did we lose the screen? Let me read the text. Hold on, guys. What happened to my production? Lower jaw jetted out. Yeah, hold on. Why is this not letting me shrink down? All right, so. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad if you look at it from there, just like that. Like, you see how how it looks now? All right, let me read some of these. Yes, the Halloween 4 mask is definitely cool. Editing ideas, you want it just simple. I want to keep it simple because, you know, that's what I am. I'm not exactly a. You got an OG Halloween 4 poster hung up. Speed edit, okay. Hell yeah. I'm just looking at the different comments here that you put on here. Anybody wants to put a comment on there, get it now because I'm actually reading it. Okay, cool. You're in the U.S., Antonio. You got a sideways shot. Yes, I'm showing you that too right now, as a matter of fact. Now it looks a little better when you look at it that way. You know, I got a side view shot right now. I don't know why my YouTube's not showing here. It's refreshing. Really? Overbite. Yeah, it's not really an overbite. There's no overbite on it. It actually doesn't look bad right here. The H9 mask. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this video. I'm live, but it's not giving me it on my, see, this is what it's doing on my screen right now. See, I can see everybody's comment on here. Yeah, overbite. Well, the upper lip is definitely protrudes a little bit further out than the lower lip. And yes, that would be, yeah, an underbite. Yeah, I'm just as confused with that as you are. But if you look at it from this point, oh, the H kills hair. You know what? I don't even know what they're using. To me, it looks like a real hair. It looks like real authentic hair. It doesn't look, they even use that on the flashback mask, as a matter of fact. I'm hoping when I when I sign up for the school, that I find out exactly what kind of hair they used. Yeah, the volume. Now, see what, all right, here's the thing that it's confusing when I look at that hair. Uh, well, mohair, yeah, that's a common stuff. That's the older mask. This new Halloween Kills mask, if you've seen this video, I'll show you this. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Um, I need to go to YouTube again. Hold on. Actually, I don't need to go to YouTube. Hold on. I have it saved. I downloaded this video. That's what I'll do. Hold on. Let me shrink this down. And I'll go into my hard drive. Go to the end. It was a Nick Castle interview. Hold on. All right. You see this? See this video? Let me back up again. All right. This video, the shapes, it's on YouTube. All right, with Nick Castle, and you can see the hair. It almost looks like it's webby. Let me just get to the video. Let me get to where he starts showing the mask. All right, here we go. All right, so he put all kinds of inserts to make sure that the mask bulged out at the right place, depending on who's wearing the mask. That was a very thin casted mask. As you can see it, you can see through it. It's a very, very thin casted mask. And I'm sure it drooped naturally on their face. That's why these pads were inserted on the inside of the mask to make sure that the chin, you know, because Nick Castle, believe it or not, he still has a very narrow face. And I'm sure that they put the pads in there to make the mask bulge out in the right areas. So,
oh, some pads, little pads in there. There's little pads. They're little pads. They're like that thick.
All right, let's get to the picture of the hair.
That's the from doing a castle stretch.
All right, now look at this hair. That looks like human hair to me. That does not look like synthetic hair. It doesn't look like any of the other. It's definitely not mohair. That is definitely not mohair. Mohair is more of it's a wool. All right, I have a ton of that stuff right there. I got a whole bunch of mohair back here. I got a whole bag full over here. Where did I put all my bags? Yeah, I got a ton of bags back here of all the different mohairs and stuff that's back there for me. I got some human hair. Now, the question I have, looking at that hair that's on this mask, and I'm sure a lot of mask makers are thinking the same thing. Synthetic hair melts. Real hair just turns to ash. All right. So my question is, what did they use on the burnt side of the mask? All right, here we go. Now look at that hair. That hair does not look like it's glopped up with glue. It looks like it's melted in spots. So my thing is, did they use a synthetic mixed in with the human hair? There's a lot, and this mask looks like it was punched. It doesn't look like there was a hairline glue. There's no glue line at all. This was punched. I think this hair was punched into this mask. There's a lot to hairing. I'm telling you, there's a lot to hairing. I am not punching my masks. That's just a lot of work. And you'd be paying a fortune for me to punch the hair in a mask. Maybe I'll do the hairline as a punch, depending on how time consuming that is. And I think that even would be time consuming. Maybe that's what they did to this too. Most of it's glued, but right on the hairline, they probably punched it so you couldn't see. And if you don't understand what I mean by punching, is it's the same thing you do with silicone masks where you literally punch the hair in. Well, yeah, they could have used a heat gun. There's glue in there too. I can see that there's stuff. There's all kinds of junk in here. There's glue. It looks like it melted, but like I said, this can't be human hair uh, because human hair turns to ash. It doesn't clump up like plastic. It turns to ash, and all you got to do is try to burn some of your mohair and see what happens to it. It turns to ash. It doesn't get clumpy or anything. It just dissipates. All natural fibers, wool, all that stuff will always just uh, uh, turn to ash. They won't get clumpy like plastic, and that's what it's got me confused. I'm not sure how they did this mask. The hair, it's I'm sure is probably one of the secrets that they will not reveal. I'm hoping that I learn uh, in the school that I'm going to do online. I'm hoping that I learn this little secret um, on different hairs that we can use for masks. But this here, man, it's a yeah. See, look at that. See how gummed up and stuff it is? This video is awesome. You guys got to get this video. Um, but look at that looks like real hair to me. All right, Antonio, man, have a great night. And thank you. Yeah, that looks like real hair to me. Yeah, look at the fibers. Look at the thick, there's thin, there's all kinds of fibers there. That's not mohair. That is not mohair. This is the screen used Halloween Kills mask. This was Nick Castle's mask. In an interview, he showed this mask off. And what they did here, all right, you see where the cut is in the Halloween Kills mask? This little cut? Well, believe it or not, the sculpture is true to, I mean, the one that you're buying from Trick or Treat Studios is exactly this mask. All right, but what they did to alter that cut a little bit was they took some hot glue and they put it inside this cut and made it a little bit more gross looking. And when you watch this video, the glue's coming off the mask. It's starting to come off the mask. So I'll show you. He starts talking about it, and yeah.
Look at this bad boy. Look at that thing of beauty.
He'll do a zoom in on that. All right, see where the cut is?
Now, what will it be like when Halloween ends? Only Chris Nelson knows.
In the mind of Chris Nelson, the genius mind, Academy Award winner. I'll just show up. Well, this has got some Velcro on it.
I didn't go back far enough.
Velcro in there.
Ooh. They have my hands and whatnot. They decided to shoot. Well, there was for my one scene in Halloween Kills that was cut from the movie. Yeah.
You will see it on the Blu-ray.
You're going to see it on the DVD.
And let's clarify what that scene was. A lot of fans keep asking.
Well, there was a scene in the house of the couple that get killed really early on in the picture. The woman, if you recall, got the light stabbed through her neck, and that other fellow.
This is a really cool video.
Stuck in his back.
You guys need to look this one up. But he explains what happens there.
In the bathroom before they see him, and the way they saw, the way it was shown is that on their little drone vehicle, he was flying it around, and it goes into the bathroom, and from that drone vehicle, you see
POV.
yeah, POV shot into the mirror of me, you know, doing whatever I was doing there, taking some blood off my hands and whatnot in the sink. And then I look over at it and I swat at it. And you see, so they were thinking maybe you would see that, I guess, on a monitor or something, and they hadn't seen it, something like that. And then, so you'll see that.
Yeah, yeah. The hair on the left side, yeah, it's puffy matted, but the question here isn't so much the styling of the hair. The question here is what kind of hair it is, because that hair looks more like real human hair. It looks very human looking. I mean, look at that hair. It looks real. It looks like real human hair.
That's what I was wearing at the time, and
I think he starts talking about this glue coming off the face here.
Look at this. Look at this bad boy. Look at that thing of beauty.
yeah.
Yeah, this is a nice mask. This is a really cool mask. They really did a great job with that mask.
Only Chris Nelson knows.
The mind of Chris Nelson, the genius, Academy Award winner. Oh, this show. Oh, this has got some Velcro on it.
Yeah.
How to get that look? Well, let me just say,
Ooh, look at that.
there's a lot of art involved with getting this look.
Pads, little pads in there. There's little pads. They're little pads. They're like that thick. That's to try to prevent it from doing the castle stretch, the famous castle stretch.
I think he says it here.
You stretch too much because you got a stretchy face, Nick.
All right, look, the glue's coming off. See it?
This is starting to come off here. We got to get Chris to touch that up,
Or else maybe that's what he wants it to do.
or maybe that's the direction they're going in for ends, where he gets real flaky.
Flaky. Yeah, and they used hot glue. I saw that in an interview with somebody else where they used hot glue to gross up that cut. I guess Chris Nelson didn't like the look of that cut in the mask and altered it after he was already done the sculpture. And what he did to alter it was simply just, maybe it didn't film right or something. Maybe it didn't look good on film. And they filled it with some hot glue on the mask just to get him by. You know, so. But my real question here is, what kind of hair is this? Human hair does not clog up or melt. It literally disintegrates. But it looks like real human hair. So the question is one side of this mask synthetic hair and then the other side is human hair? I don't know. Need to find that out though. So yeah, it's a good video to have. All you guys that are trying to replicate and paint. Sean Clark is such a funny and cool guy. I know he is, man. He's awesome. I watch this video. I've got, now seeing the art that went into the actual screen used mask. You can really replicate. You can like overhaul the mask. Anybody that's into overhauling, I do it once in a while. I'm not real big on it. I can overhaul, but now I can actually really get a close look, make a really awesome overhaul just by using this film here. This is turning out to be a long video. So anyway, what I've done basically, guys, is I've widened the eye cuts just a little bit, just actually by making the cut go down a little bit further. Anyway, this is where I'm at with the sculpture. I'm still smoothing. You can still see some lumps up here on the top of the head. I still got to smooth all that. All this is starting to really come together now. It's smoothed out. Takes a lot of time smoothing. Smoothing takes the longest. Getting it real smooth, and that's what I'm aiming to do. Get it nice and smooth, and from there I should be. I don't know if I want to fix this jawline. I don't know. Kind of looks okay there. Like the jaw's bumped out just a little too far. But anyway, I may just leave it the way it is because it's got its own look. You know what I mean? It's got its own flavor. I am not trying to replicate any one mask. This is a rendition of multiple masks. This is the original Halloween mask. This is the Halloween 1982 or 1981 Halloween 2. This is also the um, this also has a little bit of the shaping from the 2018, and it also has the shaping of the flashback by having these bump outs on the top of the eyes, you know, over where right next to the eye scowl, where the scowl is. Those bump outs are there. Um, that's in the flashback mask. It's also in the original mask, but you know you don't really see it that well because we don't have a lot of pictures to really. I'll tell you where it shows off the most, and that's in the uh, still shots that you can find with Dick Warlock wearing the mask. You can see those bump outs more on that mask. Um, sorry for coughing. Still, I guess, still got the cough from the COVID, you know, a month and a half ago. So now getting back to it. So I'm going to go, it's a combination of like the Halloween poster art 4 and 5. Um, it's got it all. It's got everything there, and it's my original sculpture. So, all right, guys, have a great night, and I will see you later. Have a great weekend. Um, Peace, love. Share my content. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and hit the bell. Hit that little bell. This way, anytime I come on, you'll get notified. All right. So, peace, everybody. Have a great night and a great weekend. Bye.